Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, misery bots of all ages. I'm back again with another Mortal Kombat video. This time, we're going to be talking about the Mortal Kombat game to play in 2026. Yes, indeed. We are in December 31st. Yes, it is New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be New Year's, and it will be 2026. And I'm going to tell you the Mortal Kombat game, the NetherRealm game you should be playing in 2026. Because I won't say it's slim pickings, but it's just one obvious choice out there. When you think of NetherRealm games, you still have MKX, which is a great game. It's still a fun game, but it has some flaws in terms of its rank mode and stuff like that. Then you have your Injustice 2, which is a good game. It's a good game. I'm not gonna knock it. Plenty of customizations. It has its ranked mode and all of that stuff. So it's a good game. Then you have your MK11, which is a great game. Then you have your Mortal Kombat 1, which is a good game. It's a good game. It has its flaws, but it's a good game. But out of those four options, which is a lot of options, if you think about it, if you think of some of the other fighting games that are out there, like, they don't really have that kind of wealth of options, but NetherRealm does. And all of these games are very, very different games. But the one I feel like you should be playing in 2026 is going to be Mortal Kombat 11. Yes, indeed. This is the game I would recommend you guys to play in 2026. Outside of the fact that it is actually the most popular game out of the four that I just named in terms of MKX and MK Injustice 2 and MK1 and all that. This game is the most popular. It is the game that is being played the most. So it's actually the game that you won't have any trouble finding a lobby or finding a fight in it. Whereas MKX, great game. It is a lot older though, and there is less people playing it. So it is harder to find lobbies. On top of that, MKX does have an issue with its rank mode where it doesn't really have much of a rank mode. Then you have Injustice 2, which the lobbies on that is kind of, not as, it's kind of dead. It's kind of dead. Injustice 2 is a good game, but in terms of the lobbies, it's not up there with like MKX or MK11 or even MK1. And then you have MK1, which is a good game. It's the most recent game out, but in terms of the single player content, it's not really that enjoyable. And you also have to take into account that MK11 actually tends to have more people playing it than MK1. So what does that tell you? That tells you more people like the MK1, but I mean more people like the MK11. But if that's not enough, if you were to get MK11 and you were to start playing MK11, there's a wealth of options here. A wealth of options here. First and foremost, you have the story mode, where you have Part 1 and Part 2, which are both pretty good story modes. I would say Mortal Kombat, the Part 2 Aftermath Edition, is actually the better story mode, but that's because of the phenomenal, iconic performance of Teragawa, who passed away, unfortunately, a couple weeks ago. And he will forever be immortalized in this game for this, not just this performance, but his performance in the original Mortal Kombat movie, forever immortalized. He brought that same talent and swagger back to this game and will forever live on in this particular game as Shang Tsung, the real Shang Tsung. But you have two really good story modes here. If that's not enough, you do have Towers of Times, which has a bunch of different options for different towers, which will pose different challenges. So you might fight people that have armor. You might have fights where it's like raining blood and you're losing health or something like that. You might have fights where the actual stage is tilting and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun single player time. Then you have the classic towers, right? Which you have several classic towers at that too. You do have like your regular novice joints. You have like your champion joint. You have your warriors and all that. You have your endless battles, so you can see how high you can make it before you lose. You also have your survival joint, where you can see how far you can make it with barely getting any health back from each fight. So like each fight, you gotta be trying to strive for like a flawless victory. You know what I mean? But if that's not enough, you can do these towers with the almost 40 different characters this game has. Yes, this game has almost 40 characters. I believe it's like 38 or 39 if I'm not mistaken. But yes, it's a lot of different characters, all of which play very different from each other. These characters are very different characters. They're all very unique characters. Not only that, because of the customization mode, you can actually tweak them to fit your particular style a little bit more, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Backing out of the arcade mode, the classic towers or whatever, this is just the single player content, by the way. You do have the crypt, which in my opinion is one of the best single player modes in any fighting game, other than maybe the conquest mode in MK Deception and Armageddon. Like, those are probably the only like single player joints that I would say are as good, if not better, than the crypt in MK11. The crypt in MK11 was actually pretty fun, and it's a cool way to go around and unlock stuff for the game, unlock cosmetics and things of that nature, brutalities and fatalities and stuff like that. It was a really cool and fun, interesting way to go around and unlock stuff, and a very interactive way too. You can spend hours alone in just the crypt, just unlocking a bunch of stuff. So that is a lot just on the single player aspect. That's just the stuff you can do by yourself against the computer. That's not even talking about fighting other people. If we're talking about fighting other people, you do have your locals, which is your couch co-op mode, where you can 1v1 your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your uncle. Come throw these hands, Unc. Come throw these hands, man. You can 1v1 whoever in the couch co-op, man. It's so fun. Then you have your tournament mode, which it's a dedicated tournament mode. So if you wanted to throw a tournament with your peoples, you can throw a tournament with your peoples. If you wanted to do some locals tournaments or throw some locals tournaments, you can do that. And there is a mode for you for that purpose. Then you also have the iconic online mode. And like I said, this game has a rank system, a pretty good rank system, if I may say so myself. In terms of rank systems in other games, very few give you the incentive to play their rank system outside of just reaching the highest rank or whatever. Whereas this game, yes, you do have that incentive to reach the highest rank. You want to reach like the Elder God, but they also give you extra added incentives, such as like currencies and cosmetics the higher you go. You can also just do the daily challenges and still unlock cosmetics playing the rank mode. So the rank in MK11 is so rewarding because just playing it, you're unlocking stuff and you get that feel, that adrenaline of unlocking new stuff just by playing the game, just by playing ranked. That's a really good feeling. But if that's not enough, you do have your casual versus online, so you can, you know, face off with some friends or just other people online in more of a casual state. You do have your King of the Hills. You do have your AI online battles, but that is what it is. Honestly speaking, I don't think there's too many people playing that, so you may not get in the game on that. I'm gonna be real with you. But then you have your private lobbies. You do have your private 1v1. So if you want to 1v1 one of your friends, but they live too far for you to do the couch co-op thing, you can still 1v1 them. You do have your custom lobby, so you can tweak it the way you want. You have your practice lobby. So let's say you and your mans that live too far for you to do the couch co-op thing want to practice y'all characters, y'all can do that together. But then you also have rooms. You can join rooms and you can even create your own rooms. So if you're somebody with like a content creator or something like that, you can create your own room and invite like your subscribers and stuff to join you and play and fight and enjoy and have a good time and spectate and all that good stuff. So there's a lot to this game. Then you have your AI battles, which for a streamer, I think this is actually pretty good. I've actually streamed this AI battles that I got my subscribers into, where I would be like, yo, pick the people who's going to fight my people. And then we would just sit there and watch and take bets on who's going to win. But if all of that is not enough for you in 2026, you do have your customization, in which you can take a character, a particular character that you like, and like I said, they all are different and unique characters, and you can not only tweak them cosmetically, you can tweak their moveset to better fit your particular playstyle, which is awesome. And it's not something that you can get in any other fighting game. In any other fighting game, they have like character archetypes, whereas this game, they do have archetypes to a certain extent, but you can further tweak that archetype to your particular playstyle. Case in point, if I wanted a grappler, I can't use Frost. Frost is not a grappler in this game, but I can pick somebody like Jax and I can tweak him to better fit my playstyle if I wanted to play like a grappler. That's what I mean. Like, there's archetypes, but you can tweak it how you want. You know what I mean? You have brawlers, you have zoning characters, and you can just tweak them the way you want. You have just unorthodox characters as well. So yeah, like the customization is pretty fun. Does it have the best customization? I would say no. I would say Injustice 2 probably has a better customization system, but all in all, the customization system in Mortal Kombat 11 is pretty decent. Then you have your collections. This is just the stuff that you unlock just playing the game. The character concept arts, the environment arts, the story concept arts, the endings, the music, all that good stuff, man. And then last but not least, you have the practice mode. And like I said, because you can customize your characters with different movesets, there are bundles of different combos that you can practice in the practice mode to better optimize your character and all of that good stuff, man. Like the game has so much stuff. You do have like regular daily challenges as well too, like play 2 King of the Hill matches. You do have like your character stats and stuff that you can keep up with. You have like your combat card that you can tweak and stuff like that. So it's just so much to this game, and the game is still very popular. There's still a lot of people playing Mortal Kombat 11. So if I was to recommend a NetherRealm game to play in 2026, I will highly recommend Mortal Kombat 11. If you agree with this video, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out my other content in the descriptions below. Have a good one.
To them young boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard. To the older man who feels his life is over cause he wasted it standing on corners. One thing I learned about the streets, it's never too late for a come up. I was told before that I couldn't do it. I remember being told by my own peeps not to rap, and singing in my hood wasn't popular, but I got respect for it cause I was a beast. Facts. If you got a dream, you gotta stay committed, you can get it, but you gotta be a beast, you can't slack for a minute. Remember this, if you remember nothing else, you gotta be relentless.